Math 102, example 3.1.1. Here we're going to start looking at polynomial functions. And our first definition is the degree of the polynomial, and that is simply the largest exponent. Now, one of the main things we want to be able to predict is the end behavior of a polynomial. In other words, what it's doing on the far left and then on the far right. So we don't necessarily know about the middle, but we can predict the ends. So here, this polynomial has a leading term of a times x to the n power. So n is the degree, and a is the leading coefficient. So if that degree n is even, and the leading coefficient a is positive, then both ends will point up. If the degree n is even, and the leading coefficient a is negative, both sides will point down. We saw these two cases with quadratics. Now, if my leading coefficient a is odd, and my degree n is odd, and my leading coefficient a is positive, then it's going down on the left and up on the right. And finally, if my degree n is odd, and my leading coefficient a is negative, then it's going up on the left and down on the right. So for each polynomial, let's state the degree and leading coefficient, and then determine our end behavior. So phi of f of x is x squared minus x squared plus 5x minus 2. Then my degree, again, is the largest exponent, so here is 4. I'm going to do LC as short for leading coefficient. Now here, there is nothing in front of that, so it's an understood 1, so that is 1. So my degree is even, my leading coefficient is positive, so this should be my first case. Both sides go up. Now, if you forget how those work, or if you want to check, get your calculator out and graph that function. So here I've got it typed in, and let's hit graph. Now again, it's doing something a little bit unusual in the middle. We're not entirely sure what at this point, but we can see that on the left and on the right, it is going up. All right, let's look at our next function. I've got g of x is negative x to the 6th plus x squared minus 3x plus 4. So here, my degree is 6, which is still even. My leading coefficient is negative 1, which is negative. So both sides of this are pointing down. Let's scroll down. My next one, h of x, 5x cubed minus x squared plus 2x minus 4. So here, the degree is 3, which is odd. And my leading coefficient is 5, which is positive. So this will be going down on the left and up on the right. Finally, k of x is negative 6x to the 7th plus x minus 4. So here, the degree is 7. My leading coefficient is negative 6, which is negative. Again, that degree is odd. So here, we're going up on the left and down on the right. Again, if we forget these or just want to check, we can graph them on our calculators.